On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Are you saying men, by and large, are presenting themselves as marriage ready? They doing the work. I get that. I'm right.
Is that to me?
Everything rises and falls on leadership.
Is that to me, Rilla?
Married.
Is that to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, to you, because he know better than to ask that to me.
Well, stop. Hey.
Come on.
Okay. Well,
Hold on. Before you answer that, Court, let's not do that, Anton. Let's stay respectful and let's stay gentlemen. We never in a space, bro, where I ain't.
Nobody can control me.
And nobody can control me. What we talking about, dude? Are you serious? You sitting in your
come on, Courtney.
Like I'm sitting in mine, bro. Don't do that. This ain't big thing, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You call it what you want, Chicago.
Come on, Courtney. Hey. Let's just have a conversation.
You know I'm gonna say what I say, and it is what it is. However it flow.
God.
And I'm not.
God.
Okay.
Go ahead, Courtney.
We can go down this path. I'm prepared for that.
So our first topic of the night is men want to marry, so why aren't they getting married? Men want to get married, so why aren't they getting married? So about a couple of days ago, I did a poll. I know we big on stats around here and a lot of other platforms. So I did a poll, and the poll was 2 days ago, and it said, men only, do you want to be married? 65% said yes, I desire marriage. 35% no, I want to stay single and just date. So based off those statistics right there, is it safe to say that men do want to get married? What do y'all guys think? Yeah?
I think they do.
Okay.
I do too.
Men have standards, and unfortunately, women are not meeting them. Men have been improving, gaining confidence, and are moving in purpose. Men are challenging women because they understand their worth. So let's see if we can get to the problem, because men want to get married, but they're not marrying. I'm going to start with you, Chicago Rilla.
Of course you're going to start with me, man.
Why aren't men marrying?
Derailed a whole conversation. I'm going to have the chat jumping. Let's go. Let's get it, man.
Come on, Rilla.
Let's get it. Hey, man, listen. I'm going to tell you like this. Men want to marry, so why aren't they marrying? Because listen, everything rises and falls on leadership, period, point blank, innocent. I heard the caveat that you gave in terms of, women aren't meeting men's standards. But if men control access to relationships and marriage, and if women outnumber men, whether we're dating with black men in particular, whether we're dating with them, I see you, Anton, cool. Whether in our race or outside of our race. Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you like this is strictly anecdotal, man. Brothers are still playing games. Brothers are still playing games.
I'm not ever gonna waste my time. I'm not even gonna waste.
Well, don't, Anton, because
Can I respond?
at the end of the day,
Let's just have the conversation.
no. At the end of the day, Anton is the one that got married at 22. There are brothers that I know that I speak to personally. They cool with still playing the field. They know the women outnumber them. So they cool with, they want to be married. The brothers that I talk to, they want to be married. They're thinking about their legacy. They're thinking about their seeds. They're thinking about like the fact that like they're at the age now, if they leave the earth, what are they leaving? Right? Mm-hmm. They're thinking about those things, but their actions aren't lining up. When you say you want to be married, for instance, when the Bible says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing.
Finds a good thing.
The good thing is the marriage. You're presupposing that the woman is wife material, but you're also presupposing that the man is husband ready. And for a lot of brothers, look, I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Really?
It's brothers playing games. It's brothers playing games. And I'm glad you put on the hoodie. Let's go.
Wait. Stop. We're gonna get right to this. We're gonna get to the bottom of this right away. So, are you married?
Am I currently married? No.
So that contradicts every single thing that you just said.
Absolutely.
Everything you said just goes right out the window.
So clearly not.
Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm
Hold
hearing
on,
right
let's
now.
go on, Anton. Let's go. I'm glad you put that hoodie on. Let's go. We gonna be on that type of energy tonight. Let's get it.
So because the thing about me is, regardless of how people feel about me, I am a reflection of every single thing I talk about. I don't tell nobody, I don't coach nobody to do anything that I don't believe in or that I don't first practice myself. So how can you have the perspective of guys needing to step up and do the right thing, and he that findeth, you quote in the Bible, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and all of this other type of stuff. But wait.
You ain't listen to nothing I said, bro. You would have not.
Okay,
For you
correct
to
me.
come in-
Correct me.
Wait.
Correct me.
No.
Let's
Listen.
just have the conversation.
Listen. For you to run and grab a hoodie in the middle of me talking, and then
I heard you. I got my headphones on. I never took them off.
Listen real quick, and I'm gonna let you get yours off. For you to run off, grab your hoodie, and think you heard what I said, right? And then come back. Oh, you ain't married, so who are you to speak? Woo, woo, blah, blah, blah. You ain't heard nothing I said, bro.
No, I didn't say who are you to speak.
Listen. Speak to what you're gonna speak to.
No, I'm speaking to what you spoke to. I'm not about to sit here and make nice, and just because we cool or whatever like that I'm not gonna hold you accountable for what you said. Like anything that you say, you should be able to stand on. So don't tell me not to address you. I'm gonna address you directly. If you feel so strongly with regard to how you just felt, then my question is, why haven't you gotten married yet?
Is that your direct question to me?
It ain't to Courtney.
No. I want to make sure. I want clarity, and I want to make sure before I answer you, because I'm gonna break it down so it's forever broke. You did what
you do. Listen, you don't have to preface it. Just say what you say.
No.
Why aren't you got married?
You grab the hoodie and everything, bro. So that's what you choose tonight. So don't do all that. Don't wiggle your eyes. Don't roll your neck.
Silly,
and all
bro.
that. I hear you, but don't do all that. Don't do all that.
You gonna answer the question or what, bro?
And then say, don't.
I don't know if you're still thinking about your answer or whatever it is.
Think about my answer. I asked you specifically, are you directing that towards me?
Yes.
Are married?
Come on.
Why aren't I married? I'm building this how I see fit. You did? I've said on this show a number of times, I'm in a long-term, committed, exclusive relationship. Period. Point blank. End of sentence. So all that you doing, those theatrics are cool. Guess what? I'm living in the real world, bro. And I'm not finna get up here and sit up here and tap dance. I gave you real examples of what I know that guys are doing around me. So,
hey, hold on.
Listen,
Hey,
when
JR.
you want to give your answer on why brothers aren't getting married, I'm very eager to hear it.
Hold on.
But you ain't finna flip that on me and make it seem like I'm talking out the side of my neck.
Hold on, fam.
Get it. Let's get it.
You didn't answer the question. Why haven't you gotten married?
I just told you. I'm building this. I don't run my life based on how you determine it.
Audience.
Or determine it.
All of this extra going around of it.
Ain't no going around it. And
Now we got to get to everybody else.
Hold on, JR. Hold on, JR. I just want the audience to pay attention, because all of this is deflection. Rilla regularly dodges questions. He is the new old B Nix, and that he should be running for office.
Get it tonight.
This dude knows how to dance all the way around instead of just giving a direct answer. And it's a reflection of the fact that he is not the thing that he's saying, or the opinion or the narrative that he's trying to perpetuate to y'all. When I give y'all game, when I say what I'm saying, I mean it, because regardless of whether you believe it or not, or regardless of whether you agree with me, absolutely, I live it. So don't let him trick y'all and thinking that it's men's fault and that they are the reason why these guys are not getting married. And I'm gonna break it down for real. But I'm gonna let JR. I'm gonna let JR go for the panel, and then I'm gonna break it down for y'all on the real.
Yeah,
go ahead, JR. Do your thing.
Go ahead, Courtney.
Thank you. Rilla, I love you, baby, but I have to completely disagree with you. I think there's two reasons why men are not getting married. The first reason is that they're not finding marriageable mates. Men are specifically, and you laughing, but I'm gonna check that real quick. Men are specifically wanting to get married. They're saying, I want a wife. I just need 3 things for my wife to marry. Of course, we already know we do this run around. It's get fit, friendly, and feminine. That's it. The easiest thing that they want to at least for women to come, to the table with for them to want to marry. But we're not. We are overweight. We are not feminine. We mask in masculinity. We are not friendly. When women tell you they don't want you to smile at them because it's offensive, they're not friendly. We're not coming to the board with that. And that's all men are wanting. And I think it's amazing because I hear a lot of women, I want to get married, I want to get married, I want to get married. But then when men are saying those 3 things, they refuse to give it to them. So for me, I'm like, men want to marry, but do women want to be married? So right now, I don't know. Second thing is, sometimes men feel like it's a raw deal. If you see the majority of marriages or divorces are filed by who? Women. Majority of breakups. Who's breaking up with the people? Women. And so men are like, well, if I get married and it's going to be where, a woman might divorce me at 70 to 80%. And what happens during their divorce? If they have kids, they're not going to see their kids every single day that they're used to. If they have a house and money, it's going to be split. Even if it's a housewife, it's alimony, it's child support. Men feel like they're getting a raw deal. So men want to get married, but the reason why they're not, because they don't have women that are marriageable for them. And they feel like even if they do get married, they might be getting a wrong deal because women are fickle. And that's it. So I understand your anecdotal, Rilla, as far as your homeboys, but in general, and even with JR, it showed they want to get married. And they do. Majority of men will love a legacy. Majority of men don't want to leave this earth because they want to feel like they live forever. That's why men want boys. That's why men have great businesses, for it to have a legacy. Men want a legacy, and they can't have a legacy without a wife and children. But if they don't have a woman that meets the minimum of standards, then why would they? And I agree, because I see the women, and I was one of those women, was a hot mess. Men have leveled up. Women have not yet. So I'm sorry. I don't agree with you, Rilla.
Hey, Rilla.
Hey, JR, before you continue, can you switch me to the other side? Switch me and Courtney. I can't be right now near Chicago, bro. Please switch me, bro.
And this is gonna be a good.
I can't do it, bro.
We can do that all night long, bro. We gonna get into some.
We're not gonna be switching there.
We gonna get into some real.
Switch me, JR. Switch me, bro.
Switch him. Or switch me and Kate, or switch me and Ariel. Let's go. We gonna.
There you go, y'all. Happy now?
Relax with that tonight.
Yeah, I think it's better.
I'm throwing them.
Black on. But both of y'all got on black tonight.
Right.
Ariel, I'm gonna come to you. Men want to get married, so why aren't they getting married?
My first thought when I heard this question was, sure, men want to get married. It's about when. So I think there's a bit of confusion between men and women. So when women are ready to get married, they're not getting the response they want. And then when men are getting ready to get married, some women have already moved on from the point of thinking that they're going to find their mate. I remember being in college and thinking I was going to meet my husband in college. College men were not looking for a wife, as far as I could tell. A vast majority. So that is my opinion. I feel like, yes, men are ready to get married, but they're ready at 30 to get married. Whereas women, fresh out of high school, are like, man, I'm about to meet my husband in college, and we're going to stay together all through college, and we're going to get married, and they're not ready. That's my opinion.
Is that just from your experience, or is that from the experience of a lot of different women that you know? Like, do they have that same narrative? Did they have that same experience? Was they going to college to get married, or was they going to college to have a whole phase?
I think the marriageable women have that experience. I think the women who are in high school and get no play, those girls, because all the guys are looking at those girls that are a little bit faster. Then they get to college and there's a period of confusion. That is what I've seen. Maybe I'm wrong, but that is what I've seen.
I'm gonna have to push back.
I'm
pushing back because I went to the amazing Tennessee State University, and the women there.
What?
And we weren't focused on marriage, and me being included. We were focused on careers. We was focused on travel, and so the biggest important was not going there to find a husband. Yeah, we had boyfriends there. I had a college boyfriend, but I never looked at him as like, oh, this is going to be my husband, because that wasn't priority. Priority to me was getting my degree. Priority with me was, the clubs or whatever that I was in. It was me making sure that I could take care of myself. I went to college to be independent, not interdependent, and to find a husband. And I think majority of women, specifically Black women, are going to college because they are wanting to be independent and have a degree and have a great career and travel the world and have all of that. A husband takes second base to that. We're not going
and have a whole face. Let's not leave that out.
all right. Well, I do that.
We gonna tell it like it is.
That's fine.
Ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be straight up exactly what it is. I'm not gonna say the politically correct thing. We're gonna get right to it.
Okay, well, let's just talk about women having a whole phase, which I agree. Women went to college because in high school they didn't have any. Especially you went to you came from a small city, going to a HBCU. I went to an all-white school growing up, so going to a HBCU, I'm looking at we're around Black people. And so, yes, there was people that had whole phases, women, men, whatever. But you're in an environment where you're meeting a mass amount of people. They look amazing. They're from different areas. And so, yes, the focus was never to find a husband. And I would, you can do a poll on this. There's never been a woman that's like, yeah, I'm here to find my husband. No, I'm here to get educated and look at these men, look at these women. That's what it was. So for us to, not say that and be honest with it, I think is disingenuous.
Okay. Men want to marry, so why aren't they getting married?
If we're talking about Black people, I think that a lot of it has to just do with not seeing those examples in their lives. Most Black people are not married, men or women. I think that is a huge reason why a lot of people have this fairy tale fantasy of what marriage looks like. They go on YouTube, they find people that feed into their views that they already have. They, watch Disney movies, whatever the case may be. And they think that the idea for what a relationship should be is just this, oh my goodness, everything is perfect, everything is fine. So people want to be married, but I don't think people really understand what that looks like. And if we're talking about Black people specifically, a lot of people have not seen a healthy relationship from their parents. So you have this idea in your head, like, yeah, I want to be married, but people don't know what that looks like. So that goes for men and women. Like, a lot of women don't know what being a wife looks like. A lot of men don't know what being a husband looks like. A lot of people don't know what working together with another person looks like. So I think that plays a lot into it. I think a lot of people have fantasies of what they want, but they don't really know what it takes to have those things that they want.
Can you be more specific? Do you think it's more women or men that don't know how to take or don't know what to do to be in a relationship?
I would say that it's pretty comparable in terms of women and men. If we look at, like, Black men and Black women have the lowest marriage rates, like both. I know Black men have a slightly higher percentage of marriages. Yeah, I get that. But even with that being said, just in general, Black people are not getting married at as high of rates. So it's a deeper issue than who has this and who doesn't, or who knows and who doesn't. It's men and women.
Do you think
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Kate, but do you think it's important? Do you think it's important that we look at the person or the group of people who is the lowest and maybe focus on them, at least leveling up to the second lowest, at least doing that? So do you think it's important that we focus on the lowest? That, hey, why are we at the lowest of the totem pole? Let's kind of get us to increase our numbers of marriageability to at least fight amongst the others that are all higher than us. Do you think that's important?
I don't look at it that way, because I think that there has to be a cooperative effort between Black men and Black women. I don't look at it like, oh my goodness, Black men are just doing everything they need to be doing and we just got to meet them. Like, it's not that. Like, it's all bad out here. Like, we really have to do better as a race. We really got to work together as men and women. I don't look at it that way, no.
I just don't agree. I think men would marry more if we were able to get up from the bottom of the totem pole.
Why do you think that?
Yeah, because they're saying it. They're not marrying because they don't find men are. And
men?
Well, majority of men. So I'm not sure if you
on what.
Okay, yeah. Based on every single man that I've talked to, the books that I've read, even going to the manosphere, looking at comments. If you look in the comments and have a general view of what men are saying, they're all saying the same thing.
Let me ask you something real quick. I'm sorry. Let me ask you. I really do want to hear Anton's point on this, because I really do want to get in. I want to dig into this. You see the brothers building their kingdoms and empires out for the women to come in and be the helpmates that they need. I get it that they're saying it. I talk to these brothers too. So I'm curious. I'm really curious for Anton to jump back in here, because for somebody to say, "Oh, well, you're not married," so we could do that game all day, famo. But I'm asking you, Court, do you see the same brothers that you talking to? Do they have the houses built out? Do they have the empires and the kingdoms built out for these women that they're seeking that aren't eligible to come in and make their house a home?
Well, see, that's a fallacy. They don't have to have a kingdom to be wanting to be married. As a woman being a helpmate and a man having his vision, he might not have his kingdom. He might be living in an apartment, working at the post office. Doesn't mean that he's not equipped or inept to be a husband.
I didn't say
that. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about this kingdom or whatever. No, what he's making a place
for is, are the men marriage ready? Not just saying I'm marriage ready. See, because what he asked me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm waiting. Boy, I'm waiting.
Go ahead, Rilla. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
I'm asking you, the brothers that you're talking to, do you see them marriage ready?
Well, let me ask you a question, because a woman is a helpmate. And so a woman has to be, and like you quoted the Bible specifically says that, so a man findeth a wife. It doesn't say, so a husband findeth a wife. It says a man. A man in his vision has,
no, it says he. Let's be specific.
He man.
It doesn't say husband. It doesn't say man. He. Okay, wait. Let's break this down. Because if you presuppose that she is the wife when he's looking for her, you have to presuppose on the opposite end that he's husband material.
No, you don't. You don't. If we're going biblical, it doesn't say the husband findeth a wife. It says he. I mean, he is a man with testicles and a penis. He findeth a wife.
Like, he doesn't have to have any.
Hold on.
I didn't say that.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm asking.
Because we've literally done multiple shows where we've had women on this panel tell us that an average man that makes an average amount, or a man that makes under $60,000, they can't be married. We have a majority of the women who are not even built for marriage, that has multiple bodies, that don't even respect the sanctity of marriage because they don't even value themselves enough to really prepare themselves for the right type of man. We have the majority of women, right, that are looking for less than 10% of the population, all of them jockeying for the same thing. And then at the same time, while they're waiting, they having a hoe phase. They got a permanent hoe phase that's going on. So when you're talking about all of these women, because men don't want women that's uncooperative. Men don't want to come home and have to compete with the same thing that they got to compete with out in the world. Men don't want to be subjected to the same thing that they seen their fathers and their grandfathers subjected to, which is the whole idea that things are unbalanced when it comes to women continually growing and getting all of these rights, right? The feminist movement have conditioned and gave women a mindset that I'm equal to you, I'm on your level. So you're not looking for a husband, you looking for a partner. And so when you take all of these things into consideration, along with the fact that as you've seen women progress and grow with all of the laws that's been put in place to ensure that women are successful, with all of the enrollment that you see women having in college, you see all of these laws that these feminists are protesting against, such as updating the family court laws that men are repeatedly subjected to. It becomes way unbalanced. And so when you talk about a man that's on his purpose, because I'm not talking about a guy like me, right? When I met my wife, we was just cool. We was friends. And then I got married very early in my life before I had built anything. So to combat that first point that Rilla was talking about already building your kingdom, we built it together because she valued me as a man and she placed me above her in order to ensure that we were successful as a couple. So that's point number one. Point number two is that when you take into consideration everything that's going on in society and all of the progress that we say is being made, right? Realistically, what's happening is guys that already are in a purpose or building themselves or coming to the conclusion that they can be great by themselves and they just need, or they don't even need, they would want a wife, which is a helpmeet. What they're realizing is that when you take into consideration everything that's happened through history, and they watching their fathers get killed, and they see that when they go to family court, if things was to happen, that she gets half automatically if they don't have a prenup. They know that the child by default in most situations automatically get awarded to the woman. They realize they getting the raw deal. So they taking a second look back. They taking a step back. And the question that I really have is, where is the accountability on the woman's part? So it's no accountability. We don't hold women to the fire and say, yo, why are women thinking this way? Why don't men want you? We just did the poll. Why ask a question and say, well, what kind of men are saying this when we just did a poll that said that the majority of men said they wanted to be married? So you gonna dispute what men just said? Like, what are we talking about? At what point do we say, okay, no, hold on, because you wanted their my answer. Stop, bro.
One at a time, y'all. One at a time. Hey, Rilla,
no.
Rilla, coming to you next.
At what point do we? Because when I coach guys, when I say, yo, you trash, you need to get yourself together, do this, do that, so on and so forth, they be like, yeah, Anton, you right. Okay, let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's do the work. Guys hold themselves accountable on a regular basis. When I see a woman and I say, well, why ain't you married? Or why? I don't see her saying, well, I did this wrong, or well, I need to change like this, or well, I need to do things differently. Guys don't point the finger. They look in the mirror. Women point the finger. And at what point do you start to evaluate whether or not these women need to hold themselves accountable in order to build up this community that you feel like we need to be growing together? We don't want to talk no more. We want results. And the guys that I coach, they doing the work, they get into it, and the overwhelming majority of them successful. They good dudes. They go to church. They take care of their business. And I'm not about to subject myself to the idea that these women, that these guys are just not marriage material, or they not ready, or they need to find the right man. Get out of here with that junk, bro. That's trash. And you perpetuating that and saying that is the issue, bro. You are the issue, bro.
Wait. Are you really, bro? You just sat up here not too long ago and talked about a brother that you was coaching, and you was like, yo, the brother was spending this amount of time on social media, blah, 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 blah. So he wasn't on his square, and you had to check him like, yo, either get on your square or get out of my group. Are you?
And guess what he did? Really wait. Don't tell the whole story.
One at a time.
Just because you talking loud don't mean nothing. Tell the whole story. What I said was,
you wild.
Look. You don't want to hear the whole answer because the part that you leaving out is that I told him to do that and he got off social media. He got on his grind. He took care of the stuff that I told him to take care of and he held himself accountable just like I just said. Guys, stop. Guys hold themselves accountable. Whenever we see that happen on this show, when you call a person out, whenever we call guys out, you know what they do? They come back and they say, you know what, Time, you right. They call me behind the scenes. They say you right. Women go and complain on social media. Guys go and do the work.
Wait. You got
so let Rilla talk for a second. Go ahead, Rilla.
No, Anton. You got 100% batting average where brothers you challenge and check, they go back and do it 1,000% is what you saying.
No, I would say about 98% though.
Bro,
I would say about 98%.
I'm Gucci on this.
No. You can dude. My Patreon. Hold on. Wait. My Patreon has not lost one guy that I'm coaching. They all are better people as a result of doing the work. Every last one of them. I haven't lost one person in my Patreon. That's facts. What we talking about, bro? I got the facts to back it up.
That's exactly what I'm saying. What are we talking about? 1,000%.
You caping, bro. You caping.
Not caping for who?
You caping, bro. You caping for women. You giving them excuses.
No.
How do you even gonna mention guys without even holding women accountable?
Are you serious?
Don't do that, bro.
Wait, because we are the leaders. We are the leaders. What are you talking
about? You capping, bro. You are capping. You
capping. Rilla. You are.
Stop. Hold on, Court. This is the same guy that's preaching all of this stuff, quoting from the Bible, saying that guys want to be married and guys should get married and they just not doing what they're supposed to do. And again, this is the same guy that is not. Wait, stop. You want to overtalk me because you don't want me to say it. This is the same guy that just admitted himself and would not even answer the question as to why he has not gotten married himself. And he's just in a relationship.
Building this.
Corny, bro.
I'm building this. You're not building this. You're not building this. What are you talking about?
We're wasting our time, JR.
Yeah, you definitely wasting your time.
I haven't heard nothing from you in a while. What you think about what's being said?
Gentlemen, do not subject yourself to the idea or the narrative that Rilla is talking about right now.
To everything
it's trash, bro.
So you can get those same
Go ahead, Kay.
And what you talking about, bro? I got the results. I've been married for 17 years.
Listen, you wilding. Yeah, and you an anomaly.
No, I'm not. Every last one of my brothers have done this. Stop.
Hey, guys, let's just have the conversation.
Hold on, JR.
Let's just have the conversation.
Hold on, JR. Because you know the. Hold on. My wife is right there. I got three brothers. Hold on. Stop, bro. Let me finish. I got three brothers. All of them married, not divorced. I got 9 uncles, all of them married, not divorced. My father, stop, don't overtalk me. Every single person in my family and in my inner circle was divorced. Stop. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. The point is that every single person that I know that's in my inner circle is successfully married and successful in their life. So if you're telling me I'm an anomaly, I'm telling you that my results are repeatable. And that's why I push guys to do the work and I get the results as a result of me pushing them to do the work. So it's not an anomaly. Everything you saying, you are not a reflection of the thing that you telling these guys. It's cap, bro.
Listen, you just said last week, right? On the question last week, do the person gets married who looks good on paper versus who has your heart? If we go back to that, bro, at 22, what did you look like on paper? You're talking about that's replicable in 2021? Bro, stop. You stop. And let's have a real conversation, bro. These are real people that's tuned into this broadcast.
Hey, guys, fellas, ladies, listen to the guy that's telling y'all need to get yourself together that won't even marry the chick that he been with. Listen to that guy.
Hold on, Ariel.
Listen to him.
I just
let me get this out, JR. Real talk. Listen to the guy that's saying, if you're not building the kingdom for that woman, and at this age that I'm at, if you're not building the kingdom and you're not ready to bring her into something, then you keep working on yourself. You keep doing what you need to do to be the best version of yourself. So
okay, Rilla. That's what I'm talking about. Rilla. Let me ask you a question. No. Don't. Let's have a conversation. Let me ask you a question.
Let's have that conversation because I didn't live real life, bro.
That's bro. Just because you yelling don't mean nothing, bro.
I applaud you all the time. I'm like, yo, you was.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question,
bro.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, Anton.
Are you living?
Cut it out, Anton.
Wait. You don't want to because you don't want to answer the question. Are you living with your chick?
Yeah, we stay together.
This dude is the corniest dude I've ever seen in my entire life, bro.
Man, come on, call it out.
Because he want to give y'all this whole narrative that he's building this kingdom before he gets married. He putting the cart before the horse, and then he's telling y'all to do something that he's not doing. Corny, bro. Regardless of
we not a
mind. Let me go to Ariel. Let me go to Ariel. Go ahead, Ariel.
AntonDaniels.com.
Go ahead, Ariel.
Appreciate it. I just wanted to add, I think it is unfair to the discussion. It is unfair to the discussion to pretend as it is all or nothing. I think it is unfair to say it is 100% on women. I do agree women do need to be held accountable 100%, but I don't know many men in my circle. We could use each individual person circle, but I don't know many men in my circle that are saying, this is my purpose. I need my lady to be on purpose with me and submit to that purpose. So that's just the reality of the situation. I would like to believe that there's a whole bunch of men out here like, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, and I know I'm doing this, but there is a shortage.
It's not.
I would disagree with you, actually.
You can completely disagree, and you're doing anecdotal, but what I'm seeing is men putting in the work. Again, I said this a couple shows ago. If you look at 20-year difference of where men were and where they are, the 20-year difference, men are better. Men are making more money. Men are at least incarcerated than they were 20 years ago and more in college. So no, they are putting in the work. And so right. So you can't deny that. So you see progression. So therefore, let's not slack on that. Let's not give men their flowers on the progression that they did for 20 years. Now look at women 20 years. Let's do 30 years. How women were and where we are now. We were more traditional. We were more married. We were more attractive as far as natural looking. We were less heavy. We were better. We loved our men more. But because of feminism, because Black women took on this feminism, which again is still white supremacy, we've gotten worse. We looking at Dorothy Dandridge to a Meg the Stallion. Come on. It's a complete difference. So you can pinpoint one group of people that have not progressed but have regressed. And I get very upset. And it again, disingenuous for us not to put a focal point on who has progressed and who has regressed. Who has regressed is Black women. So therefore, it's not to be shaming us. It's for us to get better. We cannot be better and we can't get better until we have accountability. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. We are having babies out of wedlock. We're doing all these. We're not respecting the Black man. Let's get back to where we were. But if we're it's the man too. Well, but the butt negates the
that is the topic.
Ariel, then we'll come to you, Rella. Go ahead, Ariel.
That is the topic. The topic is men. So that is what I am leaning into. And I'd also like to add that I fully believe that men have progressed, but I believe that there is a gap in the middle. I believe that there is a top tier and there is a bottom tier, and the bottom tier is not doing very well. I believe you guys had a caller call in one of these episodes, and he was talking about, I get whatever I want out of women. I get money. I get this.
That's a man.
Yes. And I understand that's one, but he's not the only one.
It's a lot of guys that's doing well out here. It's a lot of guys that's winning. No. Hold on, Court. I'm not even talking about guys that's rich or make six figures. It's a lot of guys that's out here. And I know a lot of guys that's out here that's being patient. Like, yo, I'm not about to find myself in an uncomfortable situation as a result of the things that I'm seeing and witnessing what these chicks is doing. It's a lot of guys that's making $50, $60, $70, $80,000. They doing the work. They go to work every day. And these women don't respect them. They don't respect a normal guy. And they've been taught this whole narrative that this guy has to be here. Although when I ask these women and I have a conversation and I say, okay, so what is it that you bring to the table? What makes you so valuable that these guys that we consider or society considers regular guys, what is it that you bring to the table that this guy should be so vested in or interested in you as far as giving you everything, ensuring that you have a great house to come home to, and allowing you to even be in his presence? What makes you so special? No answers?
I didn't know if it was rhetorical or not.
No, I'm asking you. Is it? I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Ariel.
Mm-hmm. What makes these women? I don't even know if you want to use yourself as an example, but what makes these women so special that these men should even allow these women in their presence?
I have not at any point said that women are not at fault. So my focus for the question, the way I'm interpreting the question, is why aren't men getting married and what are they doing? We were leaving women out of it, to my knowledge, was the idea.
But I'm asking you, so are you saying that you don't want to answer the question? Is that what you're saying?
No, I am answering the question. I'm answering the question as it was posed and as it was.
No. The question that I just directly asked you. To
leave women out of it.
Not
to focus on men.
So corny.
So that is where
this is so ingenuine. This is not a genuine conversation.
Ariel, he asked you a specific question.
Okay.
So what is it that you bring to the table? Honestly.
Right.
What is it that you bring to the table that would even warrant a man even looking your way or considering you for marriage? Considering as real estate bringing you into his kingdom.
Me personally or women in general?
However you want to answer it. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
I think a woman who is marriageable, I'll use women in general, that they bring peace to their home, they submit to their husband and his purpose. I believe that they are nurturers, that they care for people around them, for their household. They're home keepers, they keep their home. That's just some of it. I believe they also have to have wifely skills. They need to cook. They need to clean. I think those things are important. Those are all things that you're
telling me that these are the women that's being bred today. Right. Even though I don't even agree with you. I don't agree with that. That's enough for you to come to the table and be able to be in these men that's doing the work presence. I don't agree with it. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, that I do, right? Mm-hmm. You think that these women are even having that low level of skill or low level of character to be able to come into a guy's presence and feel like they're a marriage material? You think that that's what's being perpetuated and that's what's being
majority? No, a majority. Okay.
No. So if it's not majority, why can't we focus on that? Why does it always have to be a but? Everything you said,
it's not so simple. It's not.
It is. You know what? We try to make everything so complicated, but it is. If you're saying the majority of us are not putting forth the effort that you said, that we need to be submissive and, cook. Okay, great. But if we're understanding that majority of us aren't, how simplistic would it be for us women that understand that to talk to the majority and say it? This ain't got nothing to do with men. We can't change men, but we do have the power. We do have the voice to speak to women. Get the men out of that. Anton got that. JR got that. Rilla got that. They check the men. Why is it every single time we're talking about, well, yeah, we are struggling, but the man, why can't we focus as women to speak and teach the women?
Courtney, do you have
that simplistic?
Courtney, do you have any kids?
Why does that matter? We're talking about women, Kay.
I'm asking you if you have a kid to see if it's a daughter.
Why? For what, Kay? Are you married, Kay? Let me ask you that.
No.
Okay.
Are you?
So do you?
I mean, I was asking you, I'm not sure why you're getting defensive. I was simply asking.
I'm not, because I feel like you're deflecting of what we're speaking
about. No,
I'm
not. Do you have a daughter or a son?
Why does that matter, Kay? Let me ask you again. Let me just, because I feel like you want to deflect. And this is what women do. Women deflect when I always talk about accountability to women. And so they won't say, well, yeah, we need help. Yeah, we are, struggling or doing this. Well, we will say, well, hey, let me go and attack or say this or that. Let's talk about women. So, Kay, do you feel that women are not being accountable?
What? The reason I was asking you
a
about
question.
I already asked you one and you didn't answer it. So
right,
the reason
I'm not letting you deflect.
Okay. So the reason I was asking you if you had a child, which I understand if you don't feel comfortable answering, was because that is the only person that you can raise. Like you
That's
can't
not okay.
Who else you raising besides your
It's
kids?
not about raising. Women act like you can't hold them accountable. Men can't, women can't. No, if you see some bad behavior going, like, the first time that you were on the show, I did you have to check people. You have to say, hey, no. That's what Anton does. That's why he has his Patreon. That's why JR has his show. It's because when men are coming up and saying, hey, this or that, they're like, no, man, in order for you to be better, you have to do this. These are the steps. So kids, you roaches, what you have, it has nothing to do with anything. We have to focus and make sure that that's the focus. And I guess I don't know what you're doing.
I was just trying to see. I'm not sure why that became such a big deal. Sorry. I was just asking.
Just have the conversation.
Right. I was just asking because I thought that I could have a point about you only being able to raise your children in the way that you're speaking as it relates to what other people need to do. You won't tell us if you have kids or not, which is fine. I completely understand.
Well, no, that's fine. I don't speak about anything in my life because right now, my private life, who I'm dating, if I'm about to be married, has nothing to do with the fact of it is that women are in a position where we have not been accountable.
Wait, Court, can I ask you this?
Well,
are the men, not just anecdotal, not the men that you see, not the men in your life, my life, JR life, K life, Ariel. Thank you for pronouncing that right. I didn't want to say Ariel. I want to make sure because my daughter's name is Ariel. The men across the nation, we talk about these statistics and these numbers. The women outnumber the men. In Atlanta, it's astronomical. The women outnumber the men. And we're having a conversation, and the assumption is we're talking about men want to marry, so why aren't men getting married? We're not even factoring in people marrying outside of their race. And so my question is, are you saying men, by and large, are presenting themselves as marriage ready? They doing the work. I get that. I'm right.
Is that to me?
Everything rises and falls on leadership.
Is that to me, Rilla?
Married.
Is that to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, to you, because he know better than to ask that to me.
Well, stop. Hey.
Come on.
Okay. Well,
hold on. Before you answer that, Court, let's not do that, Anton. Let's stay respectful and let's stay gentlemen. We never in a space, bro, where I ain't.
Nobody can control me.
And nobody can control me. What we talking about, dude? Are you serious? You sitting in your
come on, Courtney.
Like I'm sitting in mine, bro. Don't do that. This ain't big deal, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You call it what you want, Chicago.
Come on, Courtney. Hey. Let's just have a conversation.
You know I'm gonna say what I say, and it is what it is. However it flow.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Courtney.
We can go down this path. I'm prepared for that.
Oh, listen, I don't care.
Go ahead, Courtney.
We gonna have
I'm trying
I like that.
to double dutch. Okay, Rilla.
JR, stop him.
All right, so
stop him before he jump off a bridge.
Hey, we got to show y'all.
Stop him, JR.
Come on, Courtney.
Boy, stop.
Okay, yeah.
Stop him, JR.
That's
all
all
right. Yeah, okay.
Listen, you know I'm not the one, bro.
Come on, Courtney.
Okay, so
I'm looking y'all in your eye.
Bro, listen, you can come with whatever you want to come with.
If y'all gonna keep responding, the show ain't gonna go on. Come on, y'all. Come on, Courtney, go ahead.
Okay, so have men have been held accountable. And not only have they been held accountable, they have a platform where they're men that are holding them accountable for the BS that they've done. And so are you negating that, Rilla? Yes or no? Is there not multiple platforms right now holding men accountable? Yeah, it's just a yes or no.
No. Platform.
Okay, so you said no. All right, so let's counterpoint that no. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said no, 1,000%.
Okay, so
you're talking social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook.
Well, right now that's all they have because they don't have media, because the media will.
They don't have real men.
Always.
All these men that are doing the work, they don't have those men in their life that'll check them.
Okay, you got to be honest. TV does not do anything to uplift the Black man. It never has. So men have had to go to YouTube because there's that free space for them to speak, and they've held them. Anton, MTR, O'Shea Duke Jackson, Alpha Male Strategies, Kevin Samuels. These are platforms that's literally telling men to level up. Poor Men's Podcast, Thon Lexi. Like, do you want me to go on? These are, I've just listed 10 platforms that are every single day getting making content for men. They have Patreons for men that they're telling them about finances. They're telling them about, hey, stop the simping. They're for you to negate that is just weird to me, because it is.
Because it should be more weird to you that if we've reduced men being accountable to social media and YouTube,
that's all you guys have. It's not that you're you're a man. You think you buying books with Derek Jackson? Y'all not buying books like that. You buy books on finance, but you're not going to be buying books like that. Like, come on.
Chicago. You know what's so interesting?
I got real news. Still in real time, man.
Yeah.
I
what you laughing at?
Go ahead.
What you laughing at? What's so funny, Kay?
I was just laughing at Courtney's telling people what they buy in terms of books, and then using like YouTube. Nothing.
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about it, Kay. Because you can definitely laugh at it, Kay.
And then we're gonna transition to the
right.
next
She can laugh at it, and that's fine, and that's what she does. You're a great deflector. I think you are really amazing, especially on Facebook, on not really getting to the point in problem solving. You want to nitpick. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely fine. That's you. What I'm saying is that men, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with men, but they're not just buying books on self-help. It's always geared to women. Women are majority of the bulk are paying for that. It's true. They're not. They'll do books on financing and educating themselves as far as getting their lives together. But as far as, self-help stuff, they usually don't. And it's okay. YouTube is not necessarily a resource to get education, but it is a space that men are able to speak. And I think it's very sad if you don't feel like, if you want to listen to a man, to, listen to a space where they feel safe to speak. And there's nothing wrong with that, to listen to a man. So again, I don't know.
Thank you for sharing.
Probably don't understand men, but it's fine.